Well, that about does it for me. Anything more on your end?
That covers everything.
Well, all in all, I'd say things are running pretty damn smoothly.
Thanks to our fearless leadership.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't rest on our laurels just yet.
No, not with Newman out there storming around, trying his damnedest to come up with some way to get rid of us.
He's grasping at straws, Bradley. He is calling our bluff, and there is no bluff to be called.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I believe I was expected.
I believe you were expected a while ago.
I got stuck in traffic, so what's up? Or do I want to know?
Troy, have some lemonade. Millie, did you get yours?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you. Everything fine? Okay.
It's been such a wonderful day.
It has, hasn't it?
Whole families together again. Everybody's so happy. We are truly blessed.
I meant what I said earlier. The most important thing in my life to me is my family. Don't you ever doubt that?
I thank God every day for bringing you back to me.
Looks like we're not the only ones who are madly in love.
Yeah, I've never seen him happier.
There's a lot of that going around. Because I've never been happier.
Because you got your daughter back.
I've got my daughter, I've got my husband, and that makes me a very lucky lady.
I'll be that person who you want to love the whole life.
I mean, was I stupid or what? Letting myself think that somehow this whole mess had just gone away. That maybe, just maybe Joe had told the cops the truth. That Meg and I didn't know that car was stolen.
Yeah, your boss doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd go to bat for anyone. Unless there was something in it for him.
Yeah. Obviously, you're right. I wouldn't have gotten this letter, huh? Grand jury has returned an indictment. Required to appear for arraignment and plea. Conspiracy and grand theft auto. Damn. Just when I was getting my life back together. I mean, you loaned me some bucks to buy tools. I was getting work, a little dough in my pocket. Man, the sun don't shine very long for old Tony Viscardi, does it?
Tony, don't say that.
It's true, And I finally get something good going. Now I could end up in jail for a very long stretch.
Tony, that is not gonna happen.
I wish I could believe that, but I'm not holding my breath, and neither should you.
Dad, what do you mean you're here to help?
Just what I said, sweetheart. Look, Ryan, I know I may have come on a little strong with you yesterday, but I do realize that you've been hit with an unfortunate circumstance, being unemployed at a time like this. So I went home last night and I got on the phone, and I touched base with some former colleagues, and I came up with some job leads. You can use my name when you make the calls.
Sir,
Dad.
I've been in Genoa City quite a while. I have my own connections. And when my wife and I decide it's time, I'll reach out to the people I know at other companies.
With all due respect, Ryan, I can't imagine that your contacts are more powerful or important than mine.
I don't want to get into a debate with you.
Oh, so mind my own business, in other words?
Dad, come on. That's not what my husband's
Ryan,
saying.
I don't understand you. You were the one that said you were concerned about the timing of this baby. And the situation is even more complicated by the fact that you're out of work.
Yes, I know that. But before you came in here, Trish and I were just talking. Just know I am concerned, and I will take care of my own family.
When? When is that going to happen, Ryan? Your wife is pregnant, and you have a responsibility to her and that unborn child. You can't just sit around waiting for some job to fall into your lap. You have to take action now, today, starting with this list of job leads.
so.
Don't think I've ever seen three happier faces, have you? Everything is as it should be, Doris. For that precious little girl and her wonderful family.
Oh, don't even think about it.
What?
Getting ready to leave. You've barely begun to unwind.
It's not like we just got here.
Oh, so you're not having a good
No,
time?
it's not that. It's just, I have a lot of work waiting for me at the office. Besides, half the day's gone.
Okay. We'll stay one more hour. You can have that swim you've been wanting to take. We can chow down on Miguel's double fudge brownies. And then I, your husband, will personally, and I mean personally, take you to Legal Aid as your chauffeur. How's that?
Oh, it's tempting, but...
Oh, come on, Chris. You've been pushing and pushing yourself. You can't keep doing it. What do you say?
No, look, I'm fine, really. And, all right, to prove it, we will stay a little while longer.
Ah, great. How much is a little while longer?
Okay, don't press your luck, okay?
Okay. Having fun yet?
Yeah.
Dad, I know you think you're helping, but you just...
Ryan, you have been out of a job for weeks. Apparently you have no job prospects, or you'd be actively pursuing them. Your wife is pregnant. You have obligations.
I'm well aware I have obligations. You don't have to point that out.
Well, somebody better point them out.
Dad,
because you're...
please.
Look, I'm not broke. We're not starving. Your daughter and our baby are fine.
Yes, but you have to plan today for tomorrow. The least you could do would be to take a look at this job list and see if there's anything you're interested in. Granted, you're not going to find something that starts you off where you were in Newman Enterprises, but if you...
It would probably be better if I just left before saying something we'll all regret.
Ryan, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm not upset with you. If you need me, I have my phone.
Come on, Tony. Don't think the worst.
I'm trying not to, but I can't bury my head in the sand either. I mean, I could very well end up doing time.
Tony, that is not going to happen.
How do you know? Huh? I mean, the cops and the DA, they've been playing hardball. They're looking to nail someone.
But Tony, you didn't do this. You're innocent. Which your attorney will prove. You're not going to go to jail for something you didn't do.
Oh, no. I gotta get to Megan.
What, Tony? What is wrong?
Megan's gonna get one of these letters. If her old man finds out, the guy will go ballistic. I gotta warn her. It's busy, damn. I gotta find Megan. I gotta take care of this.
Any idea how many calories are in that brownie?
I'm not even sure I can count that high. You want another one? They're really good.
Well, not unless you're willing to buy me a whole new wardrobe.
You really said. You can't get too much of a good thing. Don't even tell me I'm hearing that.
Hello? All right, I understand. All right, I'll be right there. Duty calls.
What's up?
I have to take a deposition in the Butler case.
I thought you gave that case to another attorney.
Yeah, so I could spend more time on Victor's situation.
Right. So, why doesn't the other attorney handle it?
Her name is Serena Carlson, and she's new, but I'm the most familiar with this case. She wants me at the deposition. I couldn't say no.
All right, I understand. I'll go get her stuff.
Okay.
You are here, Baldwin, to be brought up to speed on Victor.
What's the man done now?
He's insisting he can have Bradley and me thrown out on our ears legally within a year and a half.
By going to court and trying to invalidate the takeover.
Frankly, we expected resignation papers to be on our desks this morning for the two of us to sign.
Even if it means paying off our very rich severance package.
Do you really think Newman would be willing to financially cripple the company just to get the two of you out?
Not quite, but I'd say he's on the edge. I actually feel sorry for the old coot. Must be killing him he can't fire the two of us. Or if he does, that is going to cripple the company financially. It's going to take years to refill the corporate coffers.
Which means, gentlemen, the once omnipotent Victor Newman has been reduced to threatening to overturn the takeover itself.
Which, of course, is impossible because of the legal roadblocks brilliantly erected by our Mr. Baldwin. Right, Counselor?
Right.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
Smile.
Not in a good mood.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'm still happy to see you. How many in your party?
I'm alone.
You see, that's the problem. Come on. Sit down.
Know something, Gina? Mother-in-laws have gotten a bad rap.
What makes you say that?
Because a father-in-law can be just as big a pain in the butt, maybe even bigger.
I thought Keith Dennison is still in London.
Yeah, he was. And he's going back at some point, hopefully very soon. But for now, he's back checking up on his daughters and making sure Trisha's low-life, unemployed husband isn't neglecting her.
Feeling a bit misunderstood, aren't we? Well, you stay right there, and I'll be right back, and you can tell me all about it.
Now, earlier on, you said something about Catherine. Is it good news or what?
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're gonna have to go.
What, so soon?
Yeah, I'm needed back at the office. I also want to go over a few things before our meeting tomorrow. So I wanted to thank you both for having Paul and me over.
Oh, thank you. If it hadn't been for you and everything you did in the courtroom and out of the courtroom, we wouldn't be having this celebration.
You give me too much credit.
No.
Oh, I don't think so.
Our family is very indebted to you. We thank you a lot.
Thank you. I'm gonna say my goodbye to the others.
Okay, Christine.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to have to talk to someone for a moment, okay? So, Paul, Christine says you're about to leave.
Oh, yeah, I tried to get her to stay, but a call came in from legal aid just as she was starting to relax.
Well, boy, she is a dedicated lady, isn't she?
I mean, I love her for it, but like I told you before, she's been pushing herself so hard for months. This whole custody case has taken a lot out of her.
I can well imagine. Have you talked to her about it?
Yes, yeah, of course I have.
You think she's close to burnout?
Well, I guess I shouldn't talk to you about this since she's starting to work for you now.
Yes, she is. Well, she'll revive by then.
I hope so.
Anyway, are you going to be in the office later on?
Yeah, I should be.
I want to talk to you about something that's in the works, but I can't until I get more information, all right?
Okay.
Hey.
You were right. Noah was asleep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure when he wakes up, he'll be raring to go again.
I guess I'm warm out playing hide and seek.
Well, what am I, chopped liver?
You want to play hide and seek?
I think you're afraid. I don't think you can find me.
No way, Jose.
Man, a little cocky, are we?
Sounds like someone's having some fun over here.
Nick is gonna play hide and seek with me. You can play if you want to.
Oh, well, that's very nice, but we're gonna have to go.
Oh, no, so soon?
Yeah. Thank you for having us to your party. It was wonderful.
Well, thanks for coming, Christine. I don't know how we'll ever repay you. We owe you so much.
Okay, no more mushy stuff. Chris knows how you feel about her.
Yes, I do. You take care of your mommy and daddy, okay?
Thanks again. Great pool party.
Thanks.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Chris,
Yeah.
maybe someday when I grow up, I'll be a lawyer and help people like you do.
That is one of the sweetest things anyone has ever said to me. Thank you.
Sweetheart, I know that you're irritated with me, but I had no idea that your husband was going to react like that. I thought he would be grateful.
Dad, stop. I don't want you bad-mouthing Ryan.
That's not what I'm doing.
What you don't realize is that Ryan and I were having the best talk we've had in a while. And then you come in here and you upset everything.
Sweetheart, you've been pregnant for several weeks. It's time to take action. I know that Ryan is your husband, but when he acts like this, it's very hard for me not to do something. You have to realize where I'm coming from.
Look, I know your heart's in the right place. I just wish that you would stay out of it. Hello?
Trisha, it's Tony. I'm looking for Megan. Is she there?
No.
Look, do you know where she might be?
Look, this really isn't a good time. My dad's here. I don't know where Megan is.
Was that Tony Viscardi?
What makes you say that?
Just figures. Who else would be calling here asking for your sister? Well, I know that Megan is seeing some fella named Tony. Tell me about it.
Dad, I really think that Meg should be the one to tell you about him.
Can't you tell me anything? What do you think about him?
You know, I'm sorry, but I'm tired and I'm not really feeling very
Oh, of course. You need your rest. Say no more. I'll give you a call later. We will work this out.
Oh, thanks for listening, Marnie. You're the best. Yeah, okay. I'll see you soon. Hello? Meg, it's your sister. I need to talk to you.
Trish, what is it? Is something wrong?
I don't want to get into it over the phone. Can you come over now?
Sure. I'm on my way.
Dad, can I talk to you about something?
About business?
Oh, I know it's a party, but it's important, and I'll make it quick.
Go ahead.
Well, you remember how I told you how Ryan went underground for us and how he would have been a big help for us if he hadn't been
Of
discovered
course,
by
I
some
remember how he put his neck on the line for us, yes.
fool. And he got fired for it, and he's been paying for it ever since.
He hasn't found another job?
No, he hasn't. And you know how dedicated he is to Newman Enterprises. He's willing to wait for his old job, but I don't know how much longer he'll be able to wait, especially now.
Say no more, my sweetheart. I know how loyal Royal McNeil has been to the company and to our family. And I promise you he will be rewarded. Probably sooner than later.
So, Mickey, I've been so wrapped up in my own life lately, I've hardly had any time to spend with you and Victor. Must be nice having your husband back.
Well, almost back.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't get me wrong. Of course, I'm thrilled that he's back. It's just that, well, I already feel like I'm in that never-ending triangle. Victor, the company, and me. Somehow, I always seem to be the mistress.
Darling, will you excuse me? I have got to take care of something. I'll be right back. Okay?
See what I mean?
So, gentlemen, not that I want Victor's agony to end, still, I can't help but wonder why he doesn't just walk away from this fight. I mean, he'll make millions whether he runs this place or not. The empire's still his. It bears his name. Why not just ride off into the sunset?
Mike, you may have fought a few battles with the man, but obviously you don't understand him. Victor will never quit. I'll have to pry his cold, dead fingers off this place. So, gentlemen, we about through here?
What's the hurry?
Places to go, Jack, people to see.
You're not going to tell us where you're going from here?
Well, let's put it this way. If Victor's gonna keep the pressure on, so am I.
Am I supposed to understand that? What Brad said about keeping the pressure on?
Never mind that. I want you to answer me a question. And I want a straight answer, and I want it now.
So, you want to tell me what's gotten you so upset?
Well, the almighty Keith Dennison thinks he can bust into my home and start laying down the law.
Well, that is his little girl that you're married to.
So what are you saying? He has the right?
He's the dad, the widowed father with two girls
I'm
to
not
protect.
in the mood to feel sorry for this guy. I don't blame him for having a point of view, but he's got to give me some credit for having a few brains, too.
The son-in-law.
Oh, the unemployed son-in-law.
Oh, the worst kind.
I mean, I kind of expected Trisha to rein in her father a little.
Well, that's tough. I mean, she is his kid.
No, she's not a kid anymore, Gina. Of course, you don't know. We're pregnant.
Well, congratulations. I think.
I am out of a job. Does the word timing mean anything to you?
As in bad?
Could be better.
And then Trisha's old man shows up while you're temporarily seeking employment.
Temporarily, you know something I don't?
Oh, come on, Ryan. You're gonna get a job.
Come on, I don't know how much longer I can wait around, Gina, on the off chance I might get my old spot back at Chabot. There's so much turmoil going on over there right now. It may never happen, and I don't want to start looking somewhere else, especially not right now. I mean, I'm not going to take a job I hate just to get my wife's father off my back. I can't do it. So I'm just going to have to suffer with this guy until he goes back to London.
Keith only wants his daughter to be happy.
Doesn't he think I want her to be happy, too? Everything was fine until he started trying to take over. I want to bet that's Mr. D with another of his timely job suggestions.
Just be nice.
Hello?
Ryan, this is Victor Newman. There's something I'd like to discuss with you. Would you have time to come over to the ranch?
Right now?
Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. I'll be right there.
So, sis, what was so urgent that I had to come right over?
Dad was here. He asked me about Tony.
Tony? Trisha, why did his name come up?
It just did. I guess you must have told Dad his name. Why, I can't imagine.
What did you tell Dad?
Nothing. He brought him up, Meg. I didn't. It caught me off guard. Though I have to tell you, a part of me wishes that Dad would stay here and not go back to London. I think he and I would see eye to eye on your relationship with Tony.
Like I even have a relationship at the moment.
But you'd like to, which is what worries me. Maybe Dad could make you see what's best for you, because I haven't been able to.
Well, it's not like you haven't tried, Trisha.
Meg, the guy is all wrong for you.
I've heard that 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to get through to you.
And you're not going to. Nothing and no one is going to change the way that I feel about Tony. Still, if Dad finds out that I was arrested and why, that just can't happen. Whatever we have to do, we've got to keep this from Dad. Or things are just going to go from bad to worse for Tony and me.
Oh, straight answer, huh? That sounds serious.
I sense a certain ambivalence on your part when we're discussing our legal situation, so you tell me. Are Bradley and I reading this correctly? If Victor continues to fight us tooth and nail, are we secure?
You want guarantees?
I want legal expertise. Is Victor bluffing? Are these roadblocks you've put in place impenetrable?
Oh, come on, Jack. You know I'm not one to underestimate my own talents. I did a damn fine job, but I will say this. In order to wrap this case up, it would take more than a year and a half.
You still haven't answered my question.
Where litigation is involved, anything's possible. People interpret the law differently.
And he could do it. He could do a little legal maneuvering of his own, have Bradley and me thrown out, the whole thing negated, and the two of us would walk away with nothing.
It's highly unlikely, Jack. But yes, it's possible. I would be a fool to say it absolutely couldn't happen.
Hello, Ryan.
How you doing?
Nice to see you.
You too. It's been a while.
Would you like a glass of lemonade?
Please.
Now, you probably wonder why I asked you to come by.
To admit, I'm very curious. Thank you.
And I want you to know that I'm very aware of the loyalty that you have displayed toward me and toward my company. That you would risk your neck and your career for our company says a great deal. Not only about you as a person, but as a businessman.
I thought what Jack and Brad pulled was the lowest of the low. I didn't want to be any part of it. I wanted to help any way I could.
For which I assure you, my family and I are extremely grateful. I know you've worked long and hard to get to where you are, all the way to vice president. Great respect for that. And all that was snatched away from you by two traitorous bastards. I've decided to reward you for your integrity and for your loyalty. Unless, of course, you've already been snatched up by another company.
No. I mean, I've had other offers. Mr. Newman, I have to ask, are you sure this is going to hold up? Jack and Brad really
That
don't
will
want
not
me.
be a problem. I'm the founder of Newman Enterprises, and I've just now named you assistant to the founder. Don't you worry. Jack and Brad are not going to get rid of me, all right? I promise you that this new position will entail a lot of opportunity for advancement.
Well, 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 as I live and breathe, really is you.
Vicky, how's it going?
No, stop right there. I'll ask the questions, starting with, what are you doing here?
Oh, what, you're not happy to see me?
I'm always happy to see one of my exes. I'm just surprised, that's all. Why didn't you come out to the pool instead of having Miguel send me in?
Oh, I just didn't want to interrupt the family party.
How'd you know about that?
Your father told me.
You've seen my father?
Mm-hmm. He phoned. He asked me to come out. We just had a very interesting conversation.
Interesting. In what way?
Well, I'm not sure I should get into the specifics just yet.
Why, did he swear you to secrecy?
No, it's nothing like that.
Well, then...
Oh, what?
Ryan, you know how I hate pulling things out of people. Does this have something to do with getting your old job back?
Yes and no.
That means nothing. You're talking in circles.
No, I'm not. Just seems that way.
Okay, fine. You don't want to tell me? I'll just go to my father. I'll ask him myself.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
Because I want to see the look on your face when you hear.
Hear what?
About my new position at Newman Enterprises.
What did you say?
I gotta hand it to your old man. He may be in a tough spot right now, but we...
Wait. And Ryan, wait a minute. Back up. Are you saying that my
Your father made me an offer I couldn't refuse. You, Miss Newman, are looking at the assistant to the founder of Newman Enterprises.
Assistant to the founder?
Catchy title, huh?
Yeah, I like it. It sounds like you're sitting at the right hand of God.
Oh, which reminds me, you better get your act together because you're gonna have to answer to me from now on.
Well, we'll just see about that.
Well, what do you know? She's happy for me.
Of course I'm happy for you. Though I am a little surprised. I knew Dad would hire you back. I just didn't think it would happen so soon. And I never would have guessed your new title.
So you haven't congratulated me yet?
Not to worry. I'll take care of that right now.
I don't like lying to our father, Meg.
Well, neither do I. It's just if we tell him the whole story, it'll make matters worse for everyone.
Not to mention give him a very unfavorable opinion of Tony, which wouldn't exactly break my heart. Still, you have a point. If Dad were to find out...
He would never go back to London, and he would just stay here and watch me like a hawk. Might as well be in prison.
Megan.
Oh, you know what I mean. I love Dad. It's just... I'm not his little girl anymore. He can't run my life any more than he can run yours for you.
Not that he isn't trying.
Dad and Ryan are already getting on each other's nerves.
That's putting it mildly. My husband and I were finally making some progress. I mean, we were having a really good conversation, and then Dad blasts in and he messes everything up. You know, I know that he didn't mean to, but he did.
So you're saying that you and I are in the same boat for once? We would just both be better off if Dad wasn't around right now.
Timing for this little surprise visit wasn't exactly the greatest. I mean, I'm just afraid if he keeps pushing Ryan about a job, and God only knows what might happen.
Hey, time for a break, you two.
Oh, Mommy.
Oh, Mom.
I was just about to beat Nick at catching the ball.
You were not.
I was too.
She was not.
I was too.
So what do you think, honey? Was today everything you wanted it to be?
And you know the best part?
What's that, Squirt?
Being with my family and all the people I love. And knowing we'll always be together. Forever.
And ever.
And ever.
Oh, well, Mr. Newman, you've certainly been busy today.
My baby is upset with me because I was gone for a while. I had to attend to something.
Couldn't it have waited? All right. It doesn't matter. You're here now. And you're all mine.
Mr. Inman, there's a call from John Silva.
Don't tell me you have to take that.
I do. I may have to be gone for a while.
What do you mean? Now? During our party?
Sweetheart, I wouldn't do it if it weren't of the utmost importance. You know that.
I know. I know. Go ahead, take the call. I don't want you to keep him waiting.
Thank you for being understanding.
I hope it is obvious. This is not exactly the news I wanted to hear.
Come on, Jack, you're a businessman. You know, business law is all shades of gray. I just assume you're aware of
No,
those.
what I assumed was that you had seen to it quite certainly that Victor couldn't undo everything we'd done with a little legal maneuvering of his own.
Look, Jack, I'll say it again. When litigation is involved, nothing is an absolute certainty. Though it is highly unlikely that Victor or his team of lawyers will reverse what's happened given the legal barriers I have put in place.
Highly unlikely, but not absolutely impossible.
Now, if you're asking, do I recommend you play it safe, plan on negotiating sometime in the future? That's up to you and Brad. Though it is never wise to consider yourself invulnerable, still, you have the upper hand, and you probably will for quite some time. Use it. Anything else?
No, not right now.
Then I'll be going.
All right, come on. Tell me the truth. You had a hand in this, didn't you?
Look, what's important is that you're back on the payroll at a company that you've always loved working for. How that happened doesn't really matter.
I really owe you. You and your father.
No, we owe you for what you tried to do for us.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't make a very good spy.
Well, you have other talents in other areas. As I should know, I was your wife once upon a time. Like you need reminding.
It's amazing.
What?
You know, how we've managed to remain such good friends after all the ups and downs we've gone through over the years.
Well, you were my first love. You're the guy who stole my heart. And you'll always be special to me. We'll always be special to each other. So, Mr. Assistant to the Founder, how shall we celebrate your return to Newman Enterprises? Champagne, skyrockets? Or how about something a little more personal?
I'm almost afraid to ask.
Then don't. Just enjoy.